right, thanks Ron and Renee. Moving along, I'm going to bring up Corey Goldstein, one of our co-main sponsors. He's with Fix My Report. Also, Corey was nice enough to bring this tablet for us that he's going to do a drawing for. So if you guys can take out your business cards, pass them to the outside, and I'll come around and pick those up. And we'll be doing a drawing for this at the end. So Corey, thank you very much. So everyone, if you can put your hands together for Corey Goldstein with Fix My Report.
Okay. Afternoon, everyone. Hello. Okay, great. So, in your stack that you have when you first came in, you see a lot of stuff. You'll see a $1,000 bill, which I wouldn't try to cash it. You'd see a credit card, which is my business card. You can try it at the gas pump, and you won't get very far with that either. Really, the reason why I'm here today is to address, really briefly where we've been from a credit perspective. From a credit perspective, there's a lot of people all around the country, certainly in the West Coast, has not been immune to a variety of credit issues that people have dealt with. Bankruptcies, foreclosures, late payments, collections, charge-offs, all those wonderful things that unfortunately a lot of us have dealt with. And I'd like to just share, ask a question really. Has anybody ever worked with or currently work with a credit company? Yeah? What's your name, sir? Yeah. Greg. And can you share your experience?
I've had a guy that I've worked with since the early 90s in Fremont. And he's an individual and really, really good. And it's been amazing. It takes 90 to 120 days sometimes to get the happens, but better collections, private schools, really made a difference to first-time home buyers in the home.
Yeah, very good. So what you were just sharing, what Greg was just sharing was he had a very positive response. He's been working with a gentleman since the 90s, which, there's not a lot of... Actually, I think C2, Ron, we mentioned at the last meeting in San Diego that a very high percentage of the people that are with C2 have been around in the industry for a lot of years. Is that the same here? Has people been here in the industry for over 5 or 6 years? Yep. Fabulous. So great, you have your stable of people. Has anybody else worked with any kind of credit agency or had an experience with any credit agencies? Understand what they're about? Well, credit repair really is just ultimately started in 1975. And the foundation was built on sending and disputing letters to the credit agencies or calling the credit agencies and looking to request information that's inaccurate or unverifiable to be deleted from the credit report. And the problem with that is that it's oftentimes slow, 90 to 120 days. Actually, the national average is 6.2 months that a customer will stay in a credit repair program and then they'll quit. Companies like Lexington Law or other companies that you can buy for $80 or $90 online, those are the companies I'm referring to. And that's all well and good if you have a borrower that's interested in, and you have a time period that you can really work with them, 6, 7, 8, 9 months. The problem is we need to be fed today. We're interested in putting dollars in our bank account today and making a difference for people today, not 6, 7, 8, 9 months. And unless you really have an effective drip marketing campaign and a lead nurturing system that's highly effective, in all likelihood you're going to end up losing that client. And so we don't want that to happen either. So, and the other thing that really strikes me as interesting is in that world there are no guarantees. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to talk with you guys today and ask Ron and Ryan and Brian to be part of C2 and come up here and be a sponsor, because I want to be able to offer something that is quite unique and different. And so why in the world listen to me? I flew up here from San Diego. I grew up in Chicago. What makes me so unique and different? And why should you listen? Well, I can share with you that since 2004, I have personally impacted 6,000 credit reports for people all around the United States. I have helped loan officers close $2 billion in real estate deals. I have written 4 books on the subject, 13 technical white papers dealing with credit scoring, and have a full belief that anything's possible when it comes around to credit. And so somebody that may be stopped about something or limited in their view or their ability to actually get something done, we can put that to the side and actually come up with a solution. So what I did was, one of the pieces of paper that I left on, or placed on your desk is this one. This is it's a Kroll Factual Data Report. It's probably at the bottom of your stack. And this is a report that actually, the second page actually came back yesterday. So I was excited to share it with you. This was a credit report that from a loan officer in, not a C2 loan officer, in Scottsdale. That he applied for a loan back in February. The original credit report was pulled on January 31st. We got the file on February 15th. And this is typical. February 15th, he entered into the program. He had 9 derogatory items. His mid-score, you can see, is 637. He had a high score of 650, 637, and 557. His name is William. And then I only copied 2 of Wendy's score, 604. And flipping the page, so, there was no real qualification there. This was an $850,000 new purchase in Scottsdale. And when he came into the program, that's where it was at. The second page, if you look at the date, the VX date requested, you'll see May 2nd, yesterday. And you'll see that his scores went up, Experian went up to 727, up from 650. So it's he got a 77-point increase, a 50-point increase on Equifax, and an 89-point increase on TransUnion. And then his wife increased 116 on Experian, 114 on Equifax, and 84 on TransUnion. So even though he's not at 720 yet, because his mid-score on Equifax is at 687, we have one additional item that will get taken care of probably next week that will get him over 720. So now he's going to be subject to great rates, and he's a happy customer, which, boy, I'll tell you, I don't know about you, but I don't, that list that Brian was sharing about, like down, the list from the scorecard list, I'm definitely not interested in having 1 star. I'm interested in having 100 stars, right? And I'm not interested in being a bad movie, right? You see a bad movie, you tell 10 people. You see a good movie, you tell 3. So, the whole thing is being in service and making a difference for people. And if you're taking time out of your day to be here, I'm crystal clear how committed you are to make a difference for people and how much you care for them. And so I've also compiled a little package of information. You'll see this. And it has some additional 3 case studies in there that you're welcome to take a look at. And I think what you'll find is and there's some testimonials as well. I think what you'll find with Fix My Accord, if you consider taking us out for a test drive, or just merely you have a client that's stuck on a score and you really want to make a difference for them and get them the best kind of score rates, send a copy of a credit report. Oftentimes give a scenario in about 30 to 45 minutes as to what action steps you could take that would make a difference. Or we can speak with your client as well on a conference call. And I think you'll find that there's some real serious opportunities to go back through deals that you haven't been able to fund before, and now you'll be able to actually consider funding. What we found, what I personally found since 2004, is that loan officers originators do generate an additional $75,000 to about $90,000 in added income just by incorporating us into their business model, which is about an extra, maybe 1 deal a month, 1 deal every other month. And so if you have any further questions, please come back. Make sure I have your business card. And one of the things that does distinguish us from a disputing company is that we actually get the physical letters from the creditor, regardless of accuracy. So if somebody's got a 30 or 60 or 90-day late, or collections or charge-offs or repos or things like that, we'll actually go out and get the physical document from the creditor through a negotiations process versus disputing something. And if you're interested in seeing what those letters look like, there's about 1,000 examples that I brought with me today. You can thumb through them if you want. You know what they look like, but it's basically something like Chase is going to remove, March, April, May of 2012, and, et cetera. Bank of America is going to do this, and this collection agency is going to do that. And what I think you'll find is that you'll be known as the hero to them. We're committed to have you look great to your clients, and put your as Ryan was saying, put your card in the bowl, and I will also send you a list of, I believe, 300 creditors that will delete for your clients. So you can actually look at a copy of this document and go through the credit report with your client and get some real understanding who can delete, where you can get the biggest score increases. So thank you for your listening, thank you for your time, and enjoy your day.
Big thanks to Corey.